Well, we're going to talk about marriage now, and if you cast your mind back to the 60s, it felt like, well, I think every couple of a certain age was married. Not every, it was about 80%. 80% of the marriage rates were. Of course, it's very different now. Apparently, the typical British millennial, not sure you're millennial, yeah, is expected to live alone for an average of 15 years, with only 1 in 2 expected to marry. So the change is absolutely incredible. So, Rebecca, is it an outdated concept? Well, not for you, because you still want marriage.
Yeah, I do. To be honest, I do think we now live in a world where people are disposable. So if you can have a fight with your partner and you just get on an app, swipe a couple or whatever's, and you've got a new man. And so I think marriage is a good... Not always, but I think for me, because I've had so many failed relationships, for me, I've always said... When a man, says, I'm going to marry you, and for me it shows a commitment, and it's a commitment. I'm a bit of a traditionalist, really.
Has anyone ever proposed to you?
They have, yeah. Twice I've been proposed to, actually.
Why did you say
Told them where to go. No, do you know what? Because the reasons weren't right. One of them had messed up really badly. And the other one,
so it was forgive me and marry me.
And I'm like, no, I want real love, a proper wedding, a proper proposal. So I'm waiting on that.
But I mean, what you want is commitment, then?
No, I want someone to really commit. Yeah, I do, and I do feel like we're seeing it now on the statistics. Everyone's so easily disposable.
But do you need marriage to get commitment? I mean, that's the thing.
No.
I don't think so. I'm like you. I have this real white wedding dream in my head. I'd love to get married. I actually don't want a marriage contract. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I just want the day I want to declare my love to somebody. I want the dress, but I don't want the contract, because I feel the opposite to you. I feel as though once you've committed yourself to somebody, a piece of paper isn't going to make that any different for me. Actually, the love is already there and the commitment's already there, and if they decide to walk, they'll walk, whether you're married or not, or if you decide you want to end the relationship.
Just makes it a bit harder.
It just costs a lot more.
So that's what I was going to say. So is that almost a business decision, in that once you've got the paper, then you have to... Let's face it, you have to share what you've got.
What's mine is yours?
Yeah.
Practically what? Practicality? Practical.
Both lovely.
You know what I'm trying to say.
We got you.
I think for me it's a practical decision. I think that because I have 2 children outside of my relationship with Joe, it would be very difficult to throw everything in as together, because there's lots of things I need to set up for my children's future that I wouldn't expect Joe to put aside for, if you know what I mean. So we've got our things that are together, and then we've got our things that are separate. So, he's got a child, I've got 2 children to care for.
So if you split up, and we hope that doesn't happen, you would take out what you came in with?
Yeah, we are both 50-50 on the house we live in now, so that's ours, and that is all 50-50. But then we have our own separate things, and little bits for our children.
And of course, if you're married, that wouldn't be the case.
No, it would all be split.
It would all be 50-50. Like, you just went right in wholesale, didn't you?
Yeah, straight from the beginning. And it's interesting. It's like, I love when we have the young women on here, because they teach me so much. Because really, I'm such a wally. When I hear them talking with so smart and so switched on, and I just like, oh, I'm in love, and it's wonderful. And it was all so quick. I was pregnant in 3 months, married in 6 months. We immediately threw everything into the same pot. Now, luckily for me, I chose a good one, and we're still very happy. 17, I never remember, years later, and it's worked out. But actually, it was foolish. It was foolish.
So do you worry about that, Rebecca? That, you want the marriage, you want the commitment, but then,
Don't want to share me money.
Station put you off now.
No, have you got free children?
No, to be fair...
Free children?
Yeah, and to be fair, I will have, a trust fund ring-fenced for the kids. But I've got a really lovely partner, and, for instance, he's taken the kids to the doctors today for me. And he's very...
Share your life.
We share our life. And so, say we split up and, I don't know, 10 years, whatever, he has contributed to the household. I wouldn't want to then be saying, well, it is what it is, you're not getting a penny, because ultimately, it's a partnership. Yeah.
So morally, you would feel that without
You
sort
can
of the
do
letter
that.
of the law.
This is the thing, is you can do that.
Yeah.
You can make those decisions together.
Stacey Solomon, financial advisor.
I need to come and see
No, but you can do it. And
Trust fund.
Taylor, what should you do then? Come on.
Joe is equally, he's the most incredible human being. I absolutely adore him and trust him with every inch of my body. All that we decided was, as a couple, was that we both have something that's ours together.
Yeah, that's
and then
fair,
he has to make sure his son is secure and set up and has something to fall back on, God forbid the worst happens, and vice versa. You want to make sure that
Well,
you're...
you know, I mean, people that have been madly in love and it's all hearts and flowers break up.
Yeah,
It's
they
a
do,
reality.
they do.
So to not protect yourself...
But I mean, I'm not married, and we've been together, is it 25 years or something? Yeah, something like that. I know, I'm the winner. With 2 children, and our finances are very separate. I have no idea what he's got. He's got no idea what I've got.
Little do you know.
But I think marriage, if we ever were to get married, I think that would be a huge step. I think you should probably put it all in together. And the other thing is, I mean, we've got 2 kids and we're not married, and that's a big step. For me, that is the biggest commitment, is having children with somebody.
Yeah.
So for you, if your relationship was to flourish, would that be a factor for you? I mean, whether or not you had children?
Yeah, I wouldn't have any more children now unless I was married, because my ex-partners really, you know, it didn't work out with them. One of them left me with a baby. So for me, I naturally already have a distrust there, and I do have a need for commitment. And for me, I don't want to end up being a single mum again.